Hey guys, welcome back from Classic Work. Hopefully got a nice little project for you this morning. So this is this a Kuhn? I think it is. Yeah, this is a Kuhn 350 hay cutter. I think this is a 9-foot, this may be a 10-foot mower. It's pretty good size. This is a common problem they have, is these guard shields, more or less. Them chickens are cutting up over there. They like to break the bolts out that hold this guy on. If you can tell, it ain't got but one bolt holding in it now. So we got to get this thing off and get the broke off bolts out of it. So it's not a huge job, but gives some good flying and some more broke off bolt techniques and all that kind of good stuff. So anyway, so you have to take all this linkage off, which is not that bad. Just remembering how to put it back together is the main thing. So it looks like we'll only have to take off this link, and that may be it. Some of these are a little more complicated than this, but this one don't seem too bad. And we'll have to take off the lift arm right here, which is this pin. So it won't be too bad. We'll rig to this and we'll fly it off there. I'm trying to think, we may have to take a shield or two off too. But I think this is bolted to this down here, and we want to get this out of the way, so that'll be the trick. So that ought to be pretty good. Anyways, we'll get all that apart and I'll show you what to do from there. Oh, this little unit, she's not built out of Freedom units. I had to go to the metric. Oh Jesus, that last bolt's good and tight. Oh, either something broke or something gave. Either way, get a good shot of my butt. Damn, why are you so tight? The other butts gave up. Yep, figured that was gonna happen. She broke, not in a good way. So yeah. Well, we just got one more to get out then. That's fine. Alright, let's see if we can fly this sun gun off here. I think I got all the bolts out. We'll find the tensile strength of them if we don't. Alright, let's see if we can get one. Up a little more. That'd be enough. that tree, that way I ain't completely up under the load. That'll be enough. Okay. I know some of y'all are probably asking, hey, why don't you just disconnect it over there? Well, that's going to help line it back up. So, and I'm lazy, I didn't want to take all that off. So let's take a look at what happened. So this back plate, you can see these nice notches, and also if you look closely, you can see it looks like threads in there. So there's guaranteed them things got loose. And this son of a gun been jumping around for a long time, and eventually just warmed down enough that it sheared them. So yeah, this is a common problem on Kuhns. This is one of many I've pulled out of these gearboxes, and so this one's the one I just sheared off. So I don't think they're going to be too bad. You don't always know with broke off bolts. Some of them I look at, say, I'll have it out in 5 minutes. It takes all day. And then some I say, ooh, that's going to be terrible, and it comes out first try. So you don't always know. I'm wondering if I shouldn't take the rest of this shield off. I'm just kind of looking how it goes on here. I really don't want to, but it is what it is. I might have to, because this one's going to be hard to get off. I think I can squeeze that one out, but this one, not so much. If I wouldn't have broke it, that'd have been a little better, huh? But yeah, let's get these son guns out. I'm gonna blow all this off. We'll fire up the welder and everything and get after it. I'm gonna go over a little bit about my technique, because I have a lot of people still ask about it. So basically, we got 4 broke off bolts here. All of them are flush except for this one. This one's a little bit proud, but this technique will work on one that's even really deep. It doesn't matter. So a lot of guys that I see out there will weld a washer and a nut to the actual broke off bolt and then extract it that way. Nothing wrong with that method. It's a solid method. I don't like it because, one, most of the time, on this one, this would be good for it, that you don't have the room to hold everything. Now on this one, you could easily hold a washer and a nut here. The other thing I don't like about the technique is you waste a washer and a nut. If you run out of nuts and washers, you're cattled pretty much. You can't do anything till you go and get some more. So my favorite technique is the bolt method. So you can see this one here is one I welded on in the past. But basically what you do is you take your welding rod, and you can do this with a wire feeder as well, is you build up in the center, don't touch your edges, and you want to tack. You're not trying to weld, you're trying to tack. So you tack, you let it cool, tack, let it cool, tack, let it cool. A lot of times I'll take a hammer and I'll beat the nugget flat, and then I'll build up again. What you're trying to do is you're trying to put good heat into this bolt. Whatever's got it still locked up in there, the heat will make it expand and shrink and get all that stuff moving in there, and then you can extract it. A lot of people ask me, what rod do I use? This is a 6010 5P plus. This is a pipeliner rod. This is what they put in, you know, gas well pipe and all that kind of stuff. This is an excellent rod for this type of technique. So bolts that I use, this here is a rod bolt out of a John Deere tractor. Basically anything that doesn't have that zinc coating on it, this is just like black oxide, these are really good. They're grade 8 or better, so they're good at this. So this is a 1/8 electrode, will run at about 125 amps. I get a lot of questions about that too. So anyways, the other thing that's real important to this method is I see a lot of guys, they'll use wrenches. Once they've welded their bolt on there, they'll take a wrench to back these out. I've had like maybe 2 or 3 bolts that I've ever put a wrench on and got them out. Most of the time what'll happen is you'll be putting torque on them, and the bolt or the nut will bend and you'll break it off. I have found that a wrench is not the way to go. Put an impact on that son of a gun. That jar is what you need to get these bolts out. That will save you more than anything. So the technique I use on that, once I get the bolt welded on there, is take an impact, hit it a little bit in reverse, a little bit in forward, reverse, forward, reverse, forward. Just keep doing that. As long as you can get it to move, it's like trying to get a truck out of a hole that's stuck. You can sit there, reverse, forward, and as long as you're still moving, then there's a chance that you're going to come out of it. It's not always the case, but you got a high likelihood that it will. So that's this setup pretty much. Everything else you see me do, I'll try to explain it, but the welder will be running and I'll be thinking about other stuff too. So, but anyways, yeah, that I have a lot of questions about that, so I just want to verify that. Alright, we're going to start with the top one up here. The welder's set third gear, or second gear. I wondered about that. Knew something didn't feel right. Ought to be enough heat. Let her cool, beat the hell out of it. Alright, let's see what she's got under the hood. Tough one. See there? It's breaking off the bolt. Put a little more weld on it. Some guns in there. even get a budge out of it. Something that's tight. Broke it. It ain't moving at all. Alright. Well, I'm gonna weld it back on. We're gonna take a torch and heat this casting. About the only thing we can do. Torch. Now I got thinking about it, it's very possible these are Loctited in. If that's the case, they will not come out without any heat. Heat this casing up a little bit. We don't want to get it too hot. There's some bearings and oil and whatnot in there. Look at there. Yeah, the bolt's on fire. Something's coming out of there. I smell something that smells like Loctite. We'll back on out now. Nothing yet. Yeah, we got a little movement. Nope. Dang, man. I'm gonna try another bolt. Oh man, I don't want to give up. Try again. I mean to get that one so crooked, but the way it goes sometimes. Got it. See it moving? Just keep working it. Alright, what's happening is a little bit of my weld's hitting the face there. I'm going to take a grinder and cut a little bit of that off. See how crooked I got that bolt? There you go. There's one. Alright, threads look good. I can't tell if any Loctite was on there. It was just stuck. See a lot of kind of look like dirt. It ain't much on there though. Huh. Alright, that's one out. See if we can get the other three. Go kill the compressor. Same technique. Now that we're warmed up, we ought to be good from now on. What they always say. One more. That'll be enough. Flatten her out a little bit. Now, I don't recommend you do this, but I'm going to. I've got a pretty good one here. So I'm going to try to stack these. And if I get it halfway straight, then it ought to work good. Look pretty straight. Alright, should work. We're going to give ourselves a fighting chance, and I'm going to heat that cast up a little bit. Hate to burn all of his paint off, but got to make sacrifices sometimes. getting some flame action there. We're definitely burning something out. Alright. Little reverse action. See what we get. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, that came right out. I would say something smart, like they're all supposed to do that, but y'all saw that one, so yeah, you don't ever know. You don't ever know. So here's the dilemma. We can't get an impact on these very well. Well, this one I think will be okay, but we'll have to do some special stuff for this one. I think this is going to work on one of them, but it may not work on the other one. I may have to get a wrench or something on there. So be sure you whack them. Alright, let's see if we can get to this one first. Oh, it's loose as a goose. Right out. Get my socket stuck. Yeah, that one's gonna come out no problem. Alright, let's try the other one. This is where the nut method would be a little better. Oh yeah. Alright, no problem there. Guess I'll go get a wrench. At least I know they'll turn, so that's good enough for me. Oh, 13. Ooh, that one's still tight. But it is moving. That's all that counts. Yeah, that one impressed me. A lot of times if you touch them bolts and they wiggle, see how much that one's wiggling? That means you got one that's pretty loose. Ain't got a bunch of junk or something in the threads. Sometimes that's a bad thing. It means that the threads are wallowed out, but I think we're gonna be okay. So yeah, without heat, I don't think these would have come out. I wouldn't have had so much trouble with the first one if I would have done that to begin with, but it is what it is. There's one. I would grab this one by hand and pull it out, but she's still a touch warm. There you go. Done. Alright. I'll dress these up a little bit. We'll clean them up, see if I got a tap. I guess I'll show cleaning it up a little bit. I have a lot of people get mad at me when I edit a lot of stuff out, so it ain't nothing to it. There you go. Alright, let's see if I got a tap. I don't know how good this is going to be. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. Alright. That looks to be like a 16 mil. What were the odds? Oh, 16 by 2. So that's it. Oh, that looks right. We'll get it out and see. Too much junk. Oh heck. I think we on to something. You can see that. It looks to be the right size too. Alright, let's go with that. Pick up a lot of this stuff. See all that dust? Definitely some crap in there. Oh yeah, I think we hit the nail on the head. Well, that's what happens when you undo everything. Well, I ain't gonna do it. Ta-da! Just gotta go get some bolts now. It's lunchtime, you know what that means. I'll see y'all in a bit. Well, I just got back from lunch. I'm glad to be back in society, if you know what I mean. I don't like being in towns and whatnot. So, yeah, let's put this thing back together. got a little of the good stuff on there. That washer's not too big now that I'm looking at it. Something I did not check. For all you guys out there that want to make, you know, freedom measurements better, since this here is a metric bolt, 24 millimeter happens to be 15/16, just in case you didn't know that. Some of them purists out there would get all mad at me, but it fits pretty dang good. Alright, well I got them in there. Things looking good. If you want to know what the torque spec is on this, pull this to your elbow pops and your back pops. That's the torque spec on them. So yeah, that'll be good. Let's put the rest of this double fletchy back together. One thing I will note, you can get this thing backwards. So I marked it on this one where to line up at. Ask me how I know. So be careful is all I'm saying when you're putting this stuff back together. Eventually we'll get there. There we go. Okay. Since this thing was broke, this bar right here is not sliding up all the way into this, so we're going to have to pick this end up a little bit. I think I can do that without screwing up too much. If that did anything. Higher yet. Oh, that's wrong. We're good. Alright, that's back in. Now while we're at it, we might as well hook up the stabilizer bar too. These things can be a pain in the butt. Put it on backwards. At least I hope that's all it is. And that's for this pin right here that we just put back in. Give it a little tap, tap, taparoo. I'm going to get a punch on it. Grab a roll pin punch. Beat the ever living crap out of it. Alright. That ought to do it. That thing looks to be copacetic. Alright, I'll put 3 more bolts in the shield. I'll be done. So I'll stick a fork in this project. Well, there you go, guys. It's starting to rain, so I got to finish packing up. So it'll go until it won't. These things are notorious for breaking. This is probably the third set of bolts that I've had to get out. Some of them will only break 3, some of them will only break 2, but it's more likely than not you'll break most of them. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. Until next time, y'all take care. Classic work.